Hi, welcome back to my channel, and this is a sound off on the Real Housewives of Potomac. So before we get into this episode, I want to apologize for this late video. It's been a long week. It's been a stressful week, exhausting week, disappointing week. It's been all of those things, you know? And I took a moment. I hope everyone else did. I know that some of you are probably just as disappointed as I am, feeling the way that I'm feeling, but we're gonna be all right. And that's why we have these shows to distract us, because the real world can be real ugly and mean. It really can. And yeah, but we're gonna be all right. Now let's get into this episode. Okay, so we're at this dinner and Mia is dropping her little bombshell, or whatever she thinks is a bombshell. And she's letting the ladies know that, 3 years prior, she had gone out to dinner or whatever with Karen and her homegirl Joy. And after Karen left them prematurely, I guess. Karen left, she pocket dialed Mia, and she could hear Karen in the background telling somebody that, oh, the girls think I'm with Ray. Mia, if you weren't a proven liar, maybe this would have been a moment, girl. Girl, maybe this would have been your moment. But because you have a track record of telling lies, don't nobody believe you? Anyone saying that they believe you, these are people who don't like Karen and want to believe some craziness is going on. They want to believe some bullshit. Nobody believes you, Mia. Mia, you lie too damn much. First of all, Mia, you're not a girl's girl, okay? You're not a girl's girl. You're a girl that blows up another girl's spot for attention, for whatever, okay? You're always going to try to uplift yourself by putting someone else down. So you're never been a girl's girl. You're not going to convince me ever on any day of the week that you held on to that secret because you had Karen's back because you're a girl's girl. The way that you dogged your best friend Jacqueline, season 7, showed us everything we ever needed to know about you, Mia, okay? If this was true, even a little bit, you would have revealed this season 7. Do y'all remember the finale episode of season 7? We were at Candace's video release party, and the girls were saying, I think at Robin's bachelorette party, the girls were saying, Sharice was saying that Karen be getting sloppy drunk and she has adult fun in the bathrooms. Remember that? And Mia was like, oh, so y'all trying to say that Karen is a lady of the night? Y'all trying to say Karen gets paid for her services? Y'all remember that? Okay. Fast forward, we're at Candace's video release party. Karen had on a really cute baby blue dress. And Mia pulled her to the side to say, oh, the ladies have been saying X, Y, and Z about you. And I somewhat believe it, because I also heard about you that you be going to a restaurant of a friend's and you be doing adult things in the bathroom. Y'all remember that? Okay. Mia says she heard that from a friend of a friend, right? That would have been the opportune time for her to reveal this butt dial situation, right? Because if that happened 3 years ago, that means the season finale episode happened 2 years ago. So that would have placed her at 1 year. That means that butt dial situation would have been fresh on your mind, right? So when you were telling Karen, hey, I heard you did this, this, and this, and sis, I believe it, insert the butt dial story. Well, Karen, I believe it because just last year, when I, and Joy went out, you left early and you butt dialed us, and we heard you in the background telling somebody that you left dinner with us to go hang out with someone else that wasn't Ray. Why didn't you do that? Why didn't you do that, Mia? Because it's a lie. Because it never happened. Because if you were sitting on something like that, you would have told it then. You would not have waited 3 years to tell it. And her friend, with her underwhelming appearance on television, she ain't got no credibility either, because we know that Mia is a liar. So to me, I'm sorry, but I believe birds of a feather flock together. So if Mia be lying, your homegirl be lying. We don't believe you either. Who are you? We don't even know you. Why should we believe anything you say? You look like a desperate thirsty that wanted to be on Bravo's television screen. We don't believe you either. So y'all can go on with this story. And see, this is the thing, right? People have been saying that Karen cheats on Ray for a really long time. And at this point, I'm of the belief that Ray don't give a damn. Whatever Ray is getting from being married to Karen, he is just fine with that. All the little chatter that y'all be doing, that don't mean nothing to Uncle Ray. I still find it disgusting. And if I was Karen, I would not fool with none of y'all. But at this point, I have to believe that Ray don't care. Ray is either very secure in his marriage and his relationship with Karen, and he don't give a damn about what y'all talking about. Or maybe Ray is okay with a little bit of side action from Karen. He's like, yeah, do that. You know, they got their terms and agreements, and we not a part of that. I'm really annoyed. I'm tired of all the, oh, you know, Karen be doing this, Karen be doing that. And to bobblehead Ashley talking about, I've been hearing this about Karen, so I believe Mia. I cannot wait for the day that Mia does this to you. I cannot wait for the day that Mia serves up to you what she's been serving to everyone else. I don't care what she say about Ashley. I'm going to believe it, because why? Ashley say she believe what Mia be saying. So when she lies on you, I can't wait to believe the lies that she tells about you, Ashley. As for Stacey and TJ, is that his name? I think that's his name. Stacey, girl, do what you want to do, okay? Stacey, you're not that oblivious. You're not that naive. You're not that innocent. You know that there clearly is something going on between you and TJ, and it really ain't our business, okay? I have recently been enlightened on the term lavender marriage, and maybe that's what you guys will have, a lavender situation, a lavender arrangement, okay? Yeah, thanks to TikTok, I know all about that. And considering how the dating pool is going out here these days, a lavender marriage ain't looking too bad. I mean, I might be here for a lavender marriage. I don't know. Y'all, ignore me. I mean, it ain't looking too bad. It's not looking too bad, girl. If that's what you want to do, kudos to you. It's your word. Okay, so this countdown to Wendy's birthday, I wanted to enjoy it, but it's just like so obvious that these girls are not your friends. Good luck, Wendy, girl. I don't know what to say. I told y'all what I think that they're trying to do with Wendy, and some of you agree with me and some of you do not agree with me, but I feel how I feel. What I said last video still stands. I don't know. I feel like they trying to make things real nice for you, Wendy, and send you on your way. That's what I think. I hope I am wrong. I hope that I am wrong. But I can't unsee what I think I have seen. When Wendy was running down her list of accomplishments in the confessionals, I promise you, it made my heart smile. I know that when Wendy first came on season 5, she rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. They felt like she was throwing her education in everyone's face. And I never received her that way. And I feel so sad that so many people think of her as that. Like, oh, she's elitist and she's talking about her education. Because I really don't think that that's how she wanted to come off. And I don't think that that's what she's giving. I can't speak for Wendy, but I feel like I do have a little bit of insight. As y'all know, my parents are immigrants, or they were immigrants from West Africa. I have a little bit of Nigerian in my lineage as well. But for the most part, my parents are Liberian and Sierra Leonean. And I don't know about y'all. I don't know who y'all know. I don't know, everybody's awareness. But I know Sierra Leone and Liberia, and I believe a large part of Nigeria as well, education is not free. Here in the States, you can just go down the street, show proof of your light bill, show that you live where you say you live, and you can easily enroll your child into kindergarten, and they'll get education from pre-K to 12th grade, free of charge. In a lot of parts of the world, it's not so. A lot of people have to pay for their children's education from the very, very beginning to the very end. A lot of us growing up, I watched my mom and dad send money to Africa for their nieces and nephews and cousins and siblings to complete school, to pay for, certain tests and things. The education system outside of America is very, very different. So when you meet someone like Dr. Wendy, who was born in Nigeria but raised here, it's a lot of pressure on you to go to school. It's a lot of pressure on you to go to college and do all of this, especially if the first 12 years of school is free. Oh, you had better graduate well and get yourself some type of scholarship or some type of whatever to go to college. When you're raised in America, but you have family members that live in other countries, it's a lot of pressure put on you because you're looked at as like being privileged. And if you don't go to college and you don't get this degree and you don't do this and you don't do that, you're looked at as a failure. You looked at as like, you squandered an opportunity that so many of your cousins wish they could have had. So when Wendy tells y'all I have 4 degrees, she's very proud of that because it's been pressed upon her from a small age that this is what you must do. Your parents worked hard to bring you to this country and raise you here. The least you could do is go get you a couple of degrees. And when you don't get those couple of degrees, baby, they treat you like it's not easy. And don't have no passion for the arts, baby. Trust me, it ain't all cute. But and I think that was kind of like, I think that's why a lot of people don't receive Wendy well, because they're like, oh, who she thinks she is? She's a stuck-up African. She need to go back over there. And she's talking about stuff we don't care about. And it's like, it's hurtful because I know that that's not how she wants to come across. I know that she doesn't want to separate herself from Black American people at all. She's just trying to tell y'all a part of her story. And obviously, because at the time, y'all was mad at Candace. Y'all was riding for Monique. Y'all wanted her to be nicer to Monique and have Monique's back, even though she didn't agree with what Monique did. I feel like a lot of people just automatically was like, we don't like her. And I think that's unfair. Wendy has not had an easy time on this show. I know that she alienated a lot of viewers because she came on the show talking about I have 4 degrees. People overlooked the fact that she was defending herself because someone with no degrees was calling her stupid. And that's why she decided to say, hey, I have 4 degrees. I'm not stupid. And it landed on people wrong. It rubbed people wrong. A lot of people who, especially the ones that were Team Monique and Team Ashley, they ain't like Wendy. And I feel like it's really sad that people hold that against her. I mean, I just really hate that people judge her off of that. She's proud of her 4 degrees. This is a show about bragging. Monique can be proud of her 4 homes. Ashley could be proud that she married a rich man that don't give her no money. Giselle could be proud of her ex-husband that cheated on her left, right, and center, but he's a pastor of a mega church. She's allowed to be proud of that. Karen's allowed to be proud of Ray and his education and his accomplishments and all the things that he's done. Sharice can be proud of her ex-husband being a basketball coach. Robin can be proud of Juan, who is... Everybody allowed to be proud of their men. Everyone's allowed to be proud of their men no matter how raggedy they are, but Wendy wasn't allowed to be proud of her own accomplishments. I really hate how that unfolded, but it is what it is. Speaking of raggedy, I really did not appreciate how Ashley cut Wendy off. You hyped her up to give a speech and then you cut her off to my 5, 4, 3, 2. I just don't like how they be treating Wendy sometimes. I really don't. Like, Wendy gets on my nerves, and when she does, I'm going to say she gets on my nerves. But I don't enjoy how they treat her sometimes. I really don't. They really treat her like, y'all be seeing it. But anyways. Okay, so the next morning we get this scene between Jacqueline and Mia. And I really hate to beat a dead horse, but I'm always going to say what I think is real. And nothing about Mia's storyline is real to me. I don't believe nothing she says. And I don't have any interest in it whatsoever. Her explaining to Jacqueline how Gordon, sometimes he's happy, sometimes he's not happy, sometimes he's okay with them being a blended family, sometimes he's not. Take us out the group chat. We do not care. I do not. I have no interest in it. I'm sorry, but Mia is probably one of the most vapid housewives we've ever had to date. I don't care. I'm so sorry, but I don't care. People are like, oh, she's exploiting Gordon's bipolar. What does she not exploit? She exploited her mother's recovery. She's exploited her children. She's exploited her best friend. She's exploited her damn self. Like, that's just Mia. I wish I cared. I wish I cared. Okay, so let's get into this brunch because this is the real star of the show. Okay, everything else happened before. It really didn't matter like that. But this brunch actually did what needed to be done in this episode. So let's get into it. Now, Kiana, girl, you know I love you, okay? I really enjoyed you last season, and I want to enjoy you this season. I'm really happy that you got your champagne flute, girl. But this wanting to defend Karen, girl, you're going down the wrong road. A road that will lead you down the path of regrets. Defending Karen, that might not be what you want to do, okay? Karen is a grown woman. She's a seasoned woman. She could defend herself. You don't need to make her your mission, okay? You let her handle herself, you handle yours, okay? Because the proof is in the prior seasons. If you don't know about Karen Huger, go back and watch season 3 and season 4 and season 5. And see how Candace was trying to defend Karen. You see how that worked out for Candace. Not too well. Take care of yourself. That's all I'm saying. Take care of yourself. But anyway, y'all saw how Kiana was trying to call Mia out for her stale tea and trying to come for Karen. And Mia flipped that back around on her and said, girl, let's talk about your drug dealer ex-boyfriend or your drug dealer boyfriend. And Kiana wasn't ready for that. But I like you, Kiana, but I'm not going to sit up here and tell you no lies, girl. I'm not going to blow smoke up your behind. I'm going to tell you the truth, girl. You looked unprepared. You didn't seem... It felt like she caught you off guard. And I don't know why you were off guard, because let's be clear here. Everything on this show comes out. They dig upon you. At this point, this is what I'm starting to think is happening. These producers dig. And then I think they slide the other girl's tea on y'all. I'm really starting to think that these producers dig into y'all business and then they slide the information to the castmates. I feel like that's what they did season 1 with Robin and Ashley and Katie and all of them. And I think that's what they've been doing over the years. Y'all be running to production like, oh my God, why they did this to me? Because production told them to do it. Because how does Ashley and Mia know that Kiana used to date a drug dealer? How would they know that in this circle? Y'all don't know each other. Unless Cal told Giselle and Giselle told everybody else. That's also a theory. I don't know. But I'm starting to feel like you producers, one day, one of y'all producers, anyways. Let's not go there. Let's get back to the episode. Yeah, I feel like Kiana was caught off guard when Mia threw that out there about her. And it was probably a mixture of surprise, shock, grief. When she said that her ex-fiance passed away, I think we all wondered, like, what he pass away from, girl? Like, what happened? And it's looking like there's some trauma there. So for Mia to throw that at Kiana, that was nasty. But she's a nasty woman, so I'm not even that surprised. But I think Kiana was a little surprised and caught off guard in the moment. And Kiana, girl, I love you, but you had better know that whatever you've done, the producers already know, and your castmates gonna find out. So you gotta be prepared for people to throw any and everything at you. And that's why I wish that you would take care of yourself. Don't be trying to fight for Karen. Let Karen fight her own battles, because she didn't even say anything to help you in that moment. She really didn't. However, I also sensed a little bit of shame from Kiana. I don't know. I feel like there was a little bit of shame, because when she said, oh, I'm with the licensed, whatever he is, clinician or whatever he is, it seems like, yeah, you're probably a little embarrassed that you did used to be with a drug dealer. I'm about to tell my little business. I shouldn't. I can trust y'all, right? Okay, so I used to talk to somebody that I met in school. Okay, I met in school, and we would talk, we would stop talking, we would talk, we would stop talking. Years later, he was like, his involvement with that life, he did not share with me. I knew there was some activity going on, but we didn't talk about that. That it had nothing to do with me. I was far removed from it. At least I felt like I was far removed from it. And then I just realized it was not going to work. I realized it wasn't going to work no more. I just needed to separate myself from him. I needed to just leave him alone. And I did that. And a year later, yeah. You know what happens when you're in the streets? He was unalived. And I remember being at work when I found out. I found out through social media. I was at work on my lunch break. Like right before I had to clock back in, I saw it on Instagram. And I was devastated. And I had to work the remainder of my shift with that on my conscience. Like, he was unalived. And I didn't even need the details. I already knew what it was. You know what I mean? It was one of the worst days ever. And I remember having to go back to work and fake smile and act like everything was okay. And it was the worst feeling in the world. It really was horrible. And it was like, well, he's not my boyfriend. You know what I mean? I really haven't spoken to him in like 6 months. We haven't had real dealings in over a year. But I was crushed, and it really, really, really hurt. And I remember promising myself I would never talk to a guy that was, if I even suspected that you was in something like that, I'm not talking to you. Because I just was like, I can't go through that again. It was hard. So I imagine that it was 100 times worse for Kiana. And to watch Bigfoot Yeti Mia throw that in her face like it was just like, yeah, you want to talk about your drug dealer boyfriend? I don't understand how y'all will sit up here and say Candace hits below the belt. You would throw, I guess, like, Mia is trash. The way that y'all had so much vitriol and venom for Candace, so much venom for Wendy, and then y'all just let Mia just skip around with her big feet, just being a nasty person, and nobody calls her out on it. Just nasty. Anyways, I don't know. I just felt bad for Kiana in that moment because I know she felt judged, but even worse, I know her trauma was triggered. And for Mia to just throw that out there thinking she ate, you didn't eat. You didn't eat. You're pathetic. And for you to try to judge her, like, Mia, you're not going to convince me you never dated a drug dealer. You just don't have no drug dealer baby daddies. Or do you? We don't know. Who even knows? Mia, you're not going to convince me you never dated a drug dealer. You're not going to convince me you haven't dated some very shaky, seedy, sketchy people. You're not going to convince us of that. So for you to try to throw that out there about Kiana, girl, you really tried it. And I wish she would have ate you up. But I think she really was just trying to keep it cute and keep it classy. You're going to run into your match, though, Mia. You really are going to run into your match. And I can't wait. Honestly, I'd rather they just get you off the show. I'd rather just never have to see you again. Go to Baddies, where you belong. That's where you belong, girl. You belong on Zeus Network. I cannot stand Mia. I just cannot stand Mia. Like, how can you throw that out there about somebody? Like, you could see that Kay was, like, stunned and she was hurt, but she was pulling it together because somebody else would have mollywopped you for that. I'm just saying. Play with something safe. I'm just saying, Mia, she need to stop. Now, I know I said I don't want the other girls defending Karen, but let me tell you, when Karen defends Karen, I'll be here for it. The way that she dealt with Jacqueline in this same scene, baby, I loved it. Since we're going to talk about people's past, since we're on the topic of talking about people's past, Jacqueline.
Can I be a little messy? Bring it.
Jacqueline, did you stand by him after the 25 convictions? Did you? Karen, you ate. The rest of these ladies been nibbling, but Karen Grandam, you ate. Best part of the episode, okay? Jacqueline was shook. She did not think that was gonna come out. And again, just like I don't understand this late in the game. This is 9 seasons in. If you ain't watched no other show, I know you watched this one. Why do y'all think that y'all can reveal someone else's dirt, but no one's gonna reveal yours? Why do you think you could play with people and they're not going to play with you right back? Jacqueline, whether Mia put you up to it or not, for you to come on here and say that Karen might have been drinking, she was tipsy, you should have known, like you knew that that was not going to sit well with Karen. Your smiles, your fake laughter, your hugs, your gassing her up, there, you should have known nothing was going to stop her from that's a Taurus. They don't play. I was raised by a Taurus, okay? They don't play that. They don't play that. Vengeance is theirs, okay? They do not play. Why would you think that it was a thing to do? To come on TV, you know she's actively fighting this charge, and you're going to come on TV and say she was drinking. Or you're going to agree when Mia says, oh, yeah, she called you drunk. And you thought she wasn't going to come back and slap that ass. You stupid. You're stupid. She didn't think you were going to come for her PP, did she? Speaking of PP, season 7, Jacqueline introduced Patrick as her PP. Remember? She was like, oh, this is my PP. And Giselle said in her confessionals, like, PP, that makes me think of a small penis. And don't nobody want that. You wait 2 seasons to come back this season and tell us, oh, and he has a big PP. Get Jacqueline up off of this show. Like, after this, we've already, like, she served her purpose. Let her go. Send her on her way. She could take Mia with her. Like, Jacqueline, I really thought you was, I saw you better than this. Like, I thought you were better than this. I really did. Anyway, I'm sorry. I got my entire life on that scene. It was hilarious. It was so funny to me. Jacqueline, that's what you get. I'm sorry, Jacqueline, but you've been a crash dummy all season long, and this is what happens to crash dummies. Sorry to you. Sorry to you, but I ain't really sorry. That's what you deserve. Like, when you play with people, you can't tell them how to play back. This is my type of shit right here. You play with me, I'm gonna make you remember me. I'm gonna make you remember. When Ashley tried to give her a little bit of support, okay, her teaspoon of help, that fell flat. Talk about some, well, everyone has a past. The way that Wendy and Stacey picked that up and made it a moment, they stole the moment right from under you, Ashley. Like, girl, you ain't helping nobody. Everyone has a past. Now everybody has a past. Now everybody has a past. I know Jacqueline was pissed. I know her stomach was doing this like this. She was pissed. She was stressed up in her chest, upset. I know she was. And that's what you deserve. That's what you deserve. You should have never came at Karen that way. You should have never came at Karen like that. But Karen, I hope you learned a lesson at your big age. I don't think it's anything wrong with being neutral, right? But sometimes when you see people doing some terrible, scandalous, shady, mean, unnecessary things, you have to call them out. Like, everybody's talking right about now. Everybody's like, oh, you know, now that they're seeing how people vote, they don't want to be friends with people anymore. And other people are saying, oh, that's childish. It's not childish. People don't align with you morally. You probably don't want to be their friends. And that's what we're seeing. Season 7, when Mia acted the way that she did in Miami, Karen, you did not say enough. At that point, I feel like Mia still respected you, Karen. You didn't tell her she was wrong. You didn't tell her she was wrong enough. You really didn't. You wanted to be like, well, you guys both did some wrong. You were wrong when you did this and she was wrong. No, it's nothing wrong with being neutral, but sometimes when people are wrong, you have to call them out. You have to let them know, like, I don't agree with this. Because if you do not, the day will come that they will do it to you. I learned this a long time ago. When you're quiet and you're watching your friend do somebody wrong and you don't say nothing, it will come back and they will do it to you. They will. Never fails. It never fails. And that's what we're watching. That's what we're watching happen right now. I don't know. I don't know where this is about to go, but I'm sorry. The way that she wrapped Jacqueline on up, it pleased my soul. Did you stand by him with his 25 convictions? Jacqueline did not see that. Jacqueline, girl. Jacqueline. Mia told y'all. Mia was like, I bet Karen goes and searches for everything she can find. You really thought she was going to go for Mia and not you? I'm sorry, but Karen really had her foot on Jacqueline's neck. The way she dealt with Jacqueline, it was chef's kiss, okay? Like, she said, Patrick really likes you, and he always tells me to leave you alone. And she was like, yeah, Patrick talks to you. Whatever. Seemed like Karen got some inside information. Some strong information on you and your PP, girl. Why would you try her? She's carrying a loaded gun and you playing with her? You taking shots at her? That wasn't wise. That was not wise. And now all of us know. Like, you walking around here trying to throw little fake birthday parties for your PP and he don't even like you. Like, what is this about? What's the tea, girl? Because what it's giving is that he treats you really bad and you just keep going back for more. That's what it's giving. Like, he walks all over you. And you still sitting there telling myself, I fight for the people that I love, and I love Patrick. That's why she took a shot at him. Oh, Jacqueline, you let Mia set you up. And now look at you sitting there looking dumb. Sitting there distressed. You are in distress because of Mia. She set you up for a failure. You dumb girl. You are dumb. The way that Karen wrapped Jacqueline all up is going to be the highlight for me. I feel like this is the highlight of the season. I don't know how much better it's going to get after this. And it's funny because it reminds me of season 6. Remember when Wendy had her trip to the Eastern Shore and Candace and Mia had the showdown with the lettuce? And then Ashley ran and called Giselle and Robin and was like, y'all need to hurry up. Y'all missing it. But they missed everything. I feel like this is what happened. Giselle missed the best part of the episode. She hustling and bustling trying to get back, but girl, you already missed it. I don't see it getting no better than this. But you know what? I mean, I guess we'll see. Now, Ashley mentioning Kiana's scars, nasty work. Again, I'm going to say it because I can. Y'all love to say that Candace hits below the belt and she does things to make people want to get violent with her. Ashley right there. Mia right there. Why would you ask her about her scar if you were not trying to set her off? You were not trying to trigger a reaction out of her. Kiana has a scar on her face that probably will never go away thanks to you, Ashley. Because Ashley, you were trying to set up Candace and it went left. Because that's what things like that happen. When you set up schemes, they're never going to go as planned. Someone else is always going to get caught up in the bullshit. That's why I can't take them trying to hold Karen's feet to the fire about her DUI, because y'all do nasty stuff too that have consequences for others. So shut up. But why would you think that it's okay to bring that up? She has a scar because of you. Maybe it's indirect, but you set it in motion. You brought your goons to that party. You made sure the cameras were down and you told them to attack. You did. And unfortunately, Kiana got caught up in the middle of that. So for you to ask her about her scar, she should give you one. Ain't that how we do in the streets, in the hood? In the hood, that's how we do. You talk shit, you get hit. So you was talking crazy to Kiana. Kiana should have upside your head. Right? Ain't that the logic? Ain't that what we go by on this show? Ashley, the way see, y'all thought Monique did something on this show. Y'all better keep casting people like Stacey. That's what I know. That's what I know. Keep casting girls like Stacey. Anyways, now this final scene where Mia is trying to act like she's so concerned about Karen and Karen needs to get treatment for her drinking is gonna piss me off. Okay, let me tell y'all something. I do not take drunk driving lightly. I have a very dear loved one who passed away because of a drunk driver, okay? Passed away in an accident. So I do not take it lightly. Karen does need to really sit herself down and figure herself out, Okay, 100%. She has this court case, and asking her to not try to save herself from jail time is insane. She's gonna do what she has to do. But Mia, Ashley, Jacqueline, them little heifers, I don't like this. You're making a mockery out of something that's very serious. If you got, they just they get under my skin. They gross me out. I can't stand them. I don't like them. I don't like this. If you want to have a real serious conversation with Karen, then do so. But this, I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, at this point, I will say this. I don't know that Karen needs rehab. I don't know what the fuck she needs. Okay, I don't know Karen in real life. So I don't want to really go there. I will say though, Karen, it probably is time for you to always have a driver. It might be that time for you to always have a driver. You're not that old, but I know you in your 60s. We took my grandma keys in her 60s. She was a little bit older than you. She was like in her mid to late 60s. We took her keys from her. No, Karen, you rich. You're the grand dame. You're on TV. You have a nice little coin. It might just be time for you to just always have a car service. Like maybe you can drive during the day when you need to go to Weiss. Do y'all have Weiss in Potomac? Wherever y'all shop at in Potomac, okay? You want to go to Rite Aid, you want to go to Wegmans, wherever y'all go to over there, Costco, the mall. During the daytime, you can drive. But I think after 6 p.m., no driving for you. Order a car, get you a driver, do something. I think that might be where you are at, Karen. Because I love you down. But if I ever hear that you're drinking and driving again, girl, you don't even know that you were going to be so fortunate to get out of that. Like, you hit a tree. That could have really gone very, very wrong for you, Karen. I hate that you gave them this. And I hope in her quiet moments, she's taking this serious. But I don't want to hear Ashley or Mia or Jacqueline open their mouth to talk on it at all. I don't want to hear them say nothing about it. Because it's not sincere. They're doing this for a storyline and it's gross. I don't like it. I don't like the same way I didn't like what they did to Chris season 7. I don't like what they're doing I just don't like this. I don't know. I think at this point, Karen, maybe you just shouldn't drive no more. Because the way that things have panned out, it's like if you get into any kind of situation again behind the wheel, whether you're stone cold sober at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's not gonna be good for you. So maybe don't drive no more. I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like this. Like, and for Mia, and then Mia acting concerned is it's pissing me off. Because wasn't she the same one like on social media talking about this is what you do when you're gonna be doing a little bit of drinking, when you order a car service. I would have been slapped fire out of Mia's face. I promise you. Like, I don't care that she bigger than me. I would have slapped the shit out of her. Like, girl. But anyways. That's really all I got to say. Y'all, I've been sitting here rambling. Yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe and share my videos. Shout out to my new subscribers. Y'all, we inching, but we gonna get there. We gonna get there. You know, share my videos with some people. Let them know about me, okay? But yeah, see you next video.